Today's project is a Stirling engine. A Stirling engine is a heat engine that runs on a Stirling cycle. What is a heat engine? A heat engine is a device that converts heat energy into mechanical energy, also known as work. Most of the engines that you know, gas engine, diesel engine, steam engine, jet engine, are all heat engines. Their operation is governed by the first law of thermodynamics that states that heat and work are more or less the same thing. When talking about a heat engine, we usually think of a hot reservoir and a cold reservoir. We take heat from the hot reservoir, convert some of it to work, and reject the rest of it to the cold reservoir. A gas, called the working fluid, specifically air in this case, is used to move the heat around the system. The easiest way to think about it is that you expand the gas when it is hot and you compress it when it is cold. The energy released during the hot expansion is greater than the energy required for the cold compression. This produces net positive work out of the system. The details of how you expand, cool, compress, and heat the gas define the cycle. There are several of these cycles: the Stirling cycle, the Otto cycle, the Rankine cycle, among others, the details of which are left to the viewer. This device is based on a Scientific American article from January of 1990. Written by Gerald Walker, it describes the device designed by Peter Taylor. The genius of this design is that it can be made with household parts. In order to compress and expand the gas, you usually need to trap it in some kind of cylinder. Most standard heat engines require finely machined cylinders and pistons to trap the gas while allowing motion. This is beyond the capabilities of most home garages. This design uses upside-down cans that move up and down in larger cans of water. Like an old-fashioned diving bell, as long as the lower edge remains below the water, the volume of air inside of the moving cans is trapped, and the system remains sealed. This version is slightly modified from the one described in the article. The flywheel is a wooden disc, which is easier to balance. The main shaft is on ball bearings to reduce friction, and the cold side has an added ice jacket to decrease the temperature, improving efficiency. All that needs to be done is to heat the hot side, and we get power. Not a lot of power, but what do you expect from a bunch of cans, scrap wood, and some pipe? Science!